The fire erupted suddenly, shattering normal conditions and quickly creating a dangerous situation. When the incident occurs, firefighters are the ones who confront it head-on to respond and protect lives. The following footage captures the real-world response under intense pressure, where responsibility is always placed above all else.
Engine, I'm gonna make them fire attack, and I'm gonna make you medical.
Fire units approach the scene of a residential fire and deploy teams to conduct search and rescue operations. A man is confirmed to be inside the structure and is brought out safely after surrounding hazardous conditions are brought under control.
Fire attack, 229, copy, one victim in the back with the PF to assist. 221 stage. K1 223.
The entire response focuses on risk assessment, maintaining safe exit routes, and coordination between units to ensure the safety of both the victim and responding personnel.
Confirming who has fire attack? Make 222 fire attack at this time. Single power line down to the south of the house. We do have 2 lines pulled.
After rescue operations are completed, the scene is stabilized to address remaining hazards and support the investigation into the cause of the incident.
221. Engine 1, go ahead and come on in and assist with fire attack. I'm going to need your 2 out. 221, copy.
In the midst of a dangerous situation, firefighters did not hesitate, bringing the trapped dog out and providing timely assistance to help restore its life. On April 06, 2022, at approximately 4:50 p.m., the County 911 Center received a call reporting a warehouse fire at 2072 Bay Boulevard in Ortley Beach.
Ocean County from 69-7.
Fire. Ocean Beach on the way. We got a big exposure issue here. Corey, wood frame.
As units approached, the fire in the warehouse had grown and begun spreading to an adjacent 3-story wood frame structure. The first arriving unit deployed 2 1¾ inch hose lines and used water from a tanker to control the fire, focusing on cooling the exposure area to prevent the flames from extending throughout the entire 3-story building. The use of on-scene water supply allowed crews to maintain firefighting operations during the initial phase before a fixed water source was established. The fire was subsequently brought under control and did not spread further. The cause of the incident remains under investigation by the local fire prevention authority.
Here, they're making progress on the fire. Car 14 and car 11 is monitoring.
Fire crews were dispatched to respond to a fire at a semi-detached residence, where the initial assessment indicated a high-risk situation. During operations, no occupants were found trapped inside, and the fire was brought under control after crews were deployed. The incident resulted in no reported injuries.
Okay. Preparing for the engine. Get headway, Mars, get headway. Take the bottle out. They're making good headway on that upstairs in the attic. Got on scene and did a search of both departments.
On June 14, 2021, fire crews in Whitehall received an emergency call reporting a fire in the 900 block of Pennsylvania Avenue. As units approached the scene, they conducted a risk assessment, identified hazardous areas, and deployed resources according to established procedures to control the situation and prevent the fire from spreading to nearby residential areas. Coordination between units focused on maintaining scene safety, sustaining a reliable water supply, and stabilizing the affected area. Once the incident was brought under control, the scene was turned over to investigators to determine the cause of the fire. A residential fire occurred in the Escanaba area within the Ludington district, prompting an emergency response from authorities. Upon arrival, fire units conducted a hazard assessment, identified the fire area and potential for spread, and deployed crews according to standard procedures to control the flames and protect surrounding structures. Operations focused on maintaining scene safety, ensuring clear exit routes, and coordinating between units to stabilize the situation. After the fire was brought under control, crews carried out checks and addressed remaining hazards to prevent rekindling. An apartment fire broke out on the 9th floor of a high-rise building on Emil Barth Strasse in the Gareth district. Dusseldorf's control center received multiple emergency calls via 112 and dispatched approximately 70 firefighters and emergency medical personnel from several stations to the scene. When the first units arrived, the fire had already engulfed an apartment on the 9th floor and posed a risk of spreading to neighboring buildings. Firefighters approached from the exterior to limit smoke from spreading into the quarters, while also using the building's fixed fire water supply system. Due to a water leak, a second hose line was established using a turntable ladder to maintain firefighting operations. The fire was contained to a single bedroom, did not spread to other apartments, and was fully brought under control after approximately 50 minutes. During the response, 37 people were medically evaluated, with 3 transported to the hospital due to smoke exposure and related health issues. Property damage is estimated at around 100,000 euros. After extinguishment, Firefighters carried out ventilation and cleanup operations before clearing the scene approximately 3 hours later. On the morning of February 1st, 2021, a bus suddenly became fully engulfed in flames on the A40 highway toward Essen near the Balcom West interchange. The driver noticed unusual noises coming from the engine compartment and, together with staff, was able to stop the vehicle safely before the fire spread throughout the bus. Fire crews quickly shut down the highway to extinguish the fire and ensure safety. The blaze was brought under control after approximately 45 minutes. No injuries were reported, and the initial cause was identified as a technical malfunction. A large fire broke out at a commercial building in North Hollywood at 6261 North Laurel Canyon Avenue. The structure was a single-story building with an area of approximately 930 square meters. A large fire broke out at a commercial building in North Hollywood at 6261 North Laurel Canyon Avenue. The structure was a single-story building with an area of approximately 930 square meters. At the time of the fire, the building was vacant and had previously been damaged by earlier fires, leaving the structure significantly weakened. Due to the high risk of collapse, firefighters were unable to operate inside and instead implemented a defensive firefighting strategy from the exterior to ensure personnel safety. The fire ignited between approximately 6:30 and 6:40 in the morning, with intense heat causing portions of the roof and walls to collapse. More than 100 firefighters worked for over 2 hours to bring the fire under full control. No injuries were reported.
Yes, I checked. I didn't see the
On June 3rd, 2023, fire crews were dispatched to the 1000 block of Center Street in Ashland to respond to an active residential fire. The situation required a rapid response and careful operations from the initial moments to control the incident and limit additional risks within the surrounding neighborhood. What you have just seen is only a small part of the real-world situations that frontline responders face every day. If you want to continue following authentic and meaningful moments like these, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you do not miss upcoming videos.